Hello and welcome back to Monday Night Quarterback. I am Anthony Gianelli.
And I'm Xander Monson.
And we want to thank you so much for your patience for the last 2 months. I know it has been quite a while that we have been on air, but we are finally back.
We're back.
Oh, it feels so good.
And you know what else is back?
Yes.
College football.
Finally, speaking of which, college football, and let's get to the football segment right now. So yes, we are doing new segments. We're doing like each sports in particular. So like we're going to start with football as well.
And specifically college football because we're back.
God.
After a very long off season, we're finally back with college football.
Now, before you get into that, I do want to say it is a live call-in show. So if you have anything you want to ask about football, like NFL, college, anything like that you want to ask, we're all available. Hit us with the phone number. The phone number is right there on the bottom. Right. Feel free to call, man. Feel free to call. Anyways,
we're back with college football. And to start it off, we play in Ireland. The Aer Lingus College Football Classic. Farmageddon. Yep. What a better way to start off the college football season.
Who would have thought you would have Farmageddon start in Ireland and of all places, and of course being so wet.
I mean, it is Ireland.
Yes.
But what an amazing game to start off the season. You've got just mayhem in the first half. Yep. It's raining on and off. Different degrees of rain. First you got just absolute showers, and then it's just a little drizzle here and there.
Yep.
But 4 combined turnovers. All 4 fumbles in the first half.
For the first game.
And it goes into halftime at 7 apiece.
So for the first game, definitely a defensive battle pretty much. Like obviously with Kansas State, you have, Kansas State, I almost screwed it up there. Avery Johnson, obviously one of the top quarterback prospects, obviously struggled in this game. Meanwhile, I can't remember his name. His last name Becht.
Rocco Becht.
Thank you. You helped me with that. He played actually a pretty good game how wet it was.
Yes, it was a very big struggle bus in the first half, but once that second half kicked in, both teams got it together. Yes. You know, Rocco Becht, he went 18 of 28. 183 yards, 3 total touchdowns. Avery Johnson, very similar stat line, but he ended up with 273 passing yards, but also 3 touchdowns. Both quarterbacks threw it in the air twice for a touchdown, and both got it done on the ground for 1.
Wow, that is fantastic. But obviously, you could tell it is very wet when a punter has to use a hotel towel to wipe his hands.
I saw that. When I was watching the game, I was like, that might be the biggest towel I've seen a player use on the field.
He couldn't even put it back in his pant belt or anything like that.
Yeah,
he literally had to throw it away.
But hey, if it works, I guess, because it caused the fumble.
Yeah, it did.
Dylan Edwards muffed the catch.
Yep.
And he ended up getting injured.
Yep. And they did and Iowa State ended up coming out with a win, 24-21. So it was obviously a very close game, but Kansas State fans, come on, man, you gotta do better than that.
Which I will say, that is either the second or the third time that the Aer Lingus Classic has ended in a 24-21 game.
Yeah,
because
actually.
Last year Florida State lost to Georgia Tech 24-21.
I didn't even realize. I can't remember what the other one was. It was in Nebraska. No,
that was a year prior to that.
It wasn't Notre Dame because Notre Dame beat out.
No, Notre Dame beat I think Navy very handily.
So who was before that? Ooh.
I think it might have just been the last 2 matchups.
It might have been, but that's a good point to bring up. I didn't even realize that.
But I will say the running back duo of Carson Hansen and Abu Sama for Iowa State, they both carry the ball very well, combining for 114 yards. And then for K-State, yes, it's a loss, but you have a lot to look forward to.
Oh, definitely.
Favorite to win the Big 12. Yes, this is, a down start for the season.
Yeah.
But you have a lot to look forward to.
You have a whole season still to bring back up just because you have one loss. And I know it could be a little different in college football, especially in the past, which was a little more different. But now you have even more of a chance to get more up there. So one loss, just get back on it.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Especially with the players that K-State has.
Yeah.
You have Avery Johnson, who's a junior this year. He looked rough at times last year, but this year is really going to be like one of those just improvement steps for him as a player. But he has a very good receiving core. He's got Jace Brown, who was very good. He ended up with 4 receptions, 78 yards, and a touchdown. But you've got a very good K-State team.
Yep.
But Iowa State just had them in this game.
No, I think that's what the defense was really good at because Iowa State, defense-wise, they were really good. Like, if you look at last year, like, they held Iowa, like, they're, like, in that, what was it, like, second or third game that they played.
Yeah.
They held Iowa to which, to be fair, Iowa wasn't very good at offensive-wise at the time. But if you look at like other games like that was going on against defense-wise for Iowa State, they did hold their ground pretty good until the Big 12 championship.
I will just say for K-State, it was a very tough break on that 4th down run with Avery Johnson.
Yep.
It's a game of inches.
It literally is. So, but you know, in football, it's like he said, game of inches.
But that was not the only college football game we had.
No,
had
it is not.
Our full slate of week 0. The next game, it was a little bit of a shocker for people.
Ooh.
UNLV versus Idaho State.
Yeah, so Idaho
FBS versus FCS.
Yes, and UNLV won that. They did win, but 38-31.
Yes. In the first game of the Dan Mullen era at UNLV, it's a very interesting squad.
Yes.
You have a lot of players that are familiar in the college football sphere.
You
got Alex Orji from Michigan.
Yeah.
You got Anthony Colandrera from Virginia. You've got former 5-star linebacker Justin Flo from Oregon and Arizona State. So you got a very mismatched group of players, but
all former top prospects too.
Yes.
And just seeing that play like that against Idaho State, it's like, is it not going to be like good as they hope to be the rest of the year? But as I've said before, there are some FCS teams that are very good, like North Dakota. I think it was either like both State and North Dakota as well. They're both really good.
Very good at the FCS level. But I will give props to Idaho State. They balled out. Their quarterback, Jordan Cook, he threw the ball 50 times. He went 30 of 50.
So you're telling me they weren't running it, they were passing it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
30 of 50 in the air, 380 yards, 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions, which that's where Idaho State got caught with the turnovers. But UNLV, I think, does have something to look forward to throughout the year. Their running back, Jaden Thomas.
He looked pretty good, didn't he?
Yes, 147 yards on 10 carries. So he averaged about 15 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns.
Wow. I can understand that. And I could see that as a very good season for him, but we'll see how the rest of the season progresses.
Yes. Because they play, I think, Western Kentucky, but I could be wrong on that. But we'll see where they end up throughout the season.
Speaking of Western Kentucky, they did host Sam Houston their home, and they took care of business, 41-24. And it was a pretty decent game from what the highlights show. Yeah. So we'll see how the rest of the year goes before Western Kentucky to Hilltoppers. Now, for the rest of it, schedule here, Kansas and Fresno State, first time hosting in their new stadium, which looks pretty sweet, especially that turf.
Their newly renovated stadium, which holds a capacity of 41,500.
Nice stats there.
Thank you.
But no, Kansas defeats, they cruised about 31-7 against Fresno State, so a very good start.
And Jalen Daniels is back once again in college football.
Yes. So we'll see how this year goes for them.
Hey. And then
not just a basketball school this time. We'll see how that goes.
Hey, we'll see. But last but not least, a very interesting game between Hawaii and Stanford. We have Hawaii, who's in their 4th year under Timmy Chang, who was a legendary quarterback for them. Yep. And then you've got them hosting Stanford, who brand new head coach in Frank Reich, who came from Carolina. Yep. And then you've got brand new GM, Andrew Luck, who obviously star quarterback for Stanford, star quarterback for the Colts. And
who Andrew Luck was coach for, by the way, at the time. Well, yeah, I guess he was coaching for Andrew Luck at the time. So, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see how they respond to this because brand new team, they have a lot of transfers. They have Ben Gulbranson from Oregon State. He's old. They have one of their 7th-year players, which he had a little bit of an excessive celebration, which may or may not have costed them the game. But you have to give props to Hawaii because they put a lot of trust in their quarterback.
Their quarterback played really well. I'll be honest, I can't remember the name. It's a long one, but I have a feeling you.
Oh, I've got it. Redshirt freshman coming out of Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. Micah Alejado.
Thank you.
Prior to this game, he had only one FBS start.
Yep.
But
And
in that FBS start, he had a record performance for a freshman. He threw for, I think, 480 yards and 5 touchdowns. He went bonkers. But in this game, he showed a very impressive game. Not just in the stat line. He threw for 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he already showed how tough of a kid he is. By the end of the fourth quarter, that kid was limping.
oh yeah.
But he was staying in the game. He wanted to lead his team. He wanted to show the captain he is, even at such a young age. And he leads his team down the field for the game-winning drive. And their kicker, I hope I pronounced this correctly, Kansei Matsuzawa. Their kicker goes out there and nails a 38-yard field goal to win the game. And the most insane part is he learned how to kick from YouTube.
Seriously?
Yes. He learned how to kick from watching
he's still helping
YouTube
people.
tutorials.
Wow.
So, hey, you never
watch,
say never.
Watch him go to the NFL and be a really good kicker. I can guarantee that. That's actually a pretty good story.
But that was just for week 0.
Oh yeah.
But now we're getting into week 1. And we start off with the highly anticipated matchup, Nebraska versus Cincinnati.
Ooh, it not only is that a high anticipated matchup, that is going to be at a neutral site. Kansas City, yes, it's going to be at Arrowhead, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll see how well it's packed.
Hey, we'll see how well the Devil Magic for Kansas City works for Nebraska.
Well, considering Husker fans live about three hours away from it, you know they're going to make that drive.
From what I've heard, from what I think we're going to turn that into a home game. But I think Nebraska has the edge here just because their roster is just more talented.
Oh,
You've
exactly.
got Dylan Raiola coming into his second year, and he's actually
to have a Heisman breakout from what I hear.
Hey, we'll see. Dark horse Heisman candidacy.
We'll
We'll see. But you've got a second-year quarterback who actually has experience now with his offensive coordinator, Dan Holgerson.
Yep.
And you've got Emma Johnson coming back. And he got more touches under Holgerson in those last couple of games.
Definitely going to have more experience playing, obviously, more records, or not records, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
We've got more weapons in the wide receiver position. We've got Dane Key coming over from Kentucky. We also got his wide receiver coach, Dakiel Shorts.
Ooh.
We've got Nazea Hunter from California. He's a sophomore. And then we've got Ja'Cory Barney returning from his very impressive freshman campaign. And he's also a single digit.
Ooh,
yes.
Rocking
the number 2.
I heard about that, yes. And I don't know if you want to add in tight end as well. Y'all remember Heinrich Harburg, that one quarterback who played a couple of times? He's now the tight end. And from the looks of it, he is impressive.
Yes, from what I've seen, Dana Holgerson, you got Satterfield at tight end coach. They're both have been very impressed with what he's shown because it's been from the start of camp to the end of camp. One player, and he improves.
I feel like it's going to be how Julie Elliman went from when he was at Kent State, where he played a quarterback, but then when he then transferred to wide receiver, and look how well he did, especially in the NFL. So I could see that going this way too.
But along with that, you have other single digits who I just mentioned. You have, let's see, Javen Wright rocking number 0.
Yep.
You've got Sierra Wright rocking number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, obviously, is Ja'Cory Barney.
Yes.
And then number 3, Marquise Buford, who he's been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is Janiron Bonner, who has been kind of like a tool player on the offense.
Yeah.
And hopefully this year he actually has, a more improved role. Number 5 is the very anticipated defensive player, Riley Van Poppel.
I've heard about him. I've heard he's going to be pretty good. Hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully.
Then 6, got Dane Key, obviously.
Yep.
7 is, what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name?
I get it. It's so hard to remember names.
Malcolm Hartzog.
Huh?
Malcolm Hartzog is number 7.
Okay.
Yep. He's in the defensive backs. You got Deshaun Singleton obviously returning for his final year. And then linebacker Vincent Shavers rocking the number 9.
Ooh,
to round
a
it
number
out.
9 linebacker. That has always seemed to do very well.
Which
we had a number 9, sorry to interrupt, but we also had a number 9 who he was edge, wasn't he? Oh, what was his name?
for last year.
It might have been last
Ty
year.
Robinson.
Yeah, Ty Robinson. Oh,
Yeah.
Ty Robinson.
Dude,
He was good.
he's got to be my favorite player.
Yes.
But you got those guys, and just you have a lot of younger players.
Yes.
And I think I saw a stat where out of the 125 rostered players, 90 of them are underclassmen.
Yes.
So obviously you have that senior, junior leadership, but you have a lot of young guys that are going to develop, going to learn under the system.
Now the question is, will they be able to learn it very well this season, or is it going to be like a next season kind of thing where it's going to be really successful? That is the question.
That is a good question, and who knows? Matt Rule year 3.
Hey, so far he's done pretty good. Like if we remember his first year, it didn't go the way we all hoped. It went first year, but if we look back like a Temple, Baylor, all his first years didn't go exactly as planned. 4 wins, 3 wins, 5 wins, like how Nebraska went. It was like what we almost got bowl eligible if we didn't win. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that first year.
No, I literally had to drive myself to not talk about it. I apologize.
Yeah, but I will say, this Nebraska-Cincinnati game, it will be a very good first start if we can.
Oh, definitely under the national spotlight on ESPN, it's going to be great.
And you got Mahomes Jr. From people in the college football community, you got Mahomes Jr. So
he's not beating those allegations. he's literally trying to play it off and going like, I'm sorry, I got the same looks as him. But dude, you're doing the same celebrations, wearing the same sleeves as him.
As long as the kid balls out, this is what I want to see from Raiola this year. I've talked about it like within my inner circles, but like I want to see a 2,500 to like 3,000 passing yards a year, 25 touchdowns, and less than 10 picks. If we can see that kind of stat line, we'll win 9 to 11 games easily.
Oh, definitely. All right, so we got about 11 minutes left. Hey, where are the calls at? Come on.
But
it's all good.
We do have more college football matchups.
I was going to say, let's wrap up on that real quick, and then I want to get over to some NFL news real quick, and then let's get to the rest
We've got the very highly anticipated 1v3 matchup, Texas-Ohio State. Big noon kickoff.
I'm so upset they couldn't make that into a night game. I'm so upset.
That is the very sad part, but it is the semifinal matchup or rematch, and you got Arch Manning versus Julian Sayin.
I have a feeling Arch Manning will have the edge on this.
Yes, to be fair. I have Texas winning that.
I think so too.
We have Georgia Tech, Colorado. This one is an interesting one.
I think it's going to be Georgia Tech because Colorado, yes, they have one Kadon Sliver and the other one, what's his name?
He's the Julian
Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. So Julian Lewis is the new freshman quarterback coming in. Meanwhile, Kadon, I said
Caden Salter.
I said his name wrong. I apologize. Kadon Salter coming from Liberty all the way to Colorado. He had a pretty good year at Liberty, if I remember correctly.
He's had a pretty good career at Liberty.
Exactly. So we'll see how he does at Colorado.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting seeing him coming over from Liberty, who they've been kind of a powerhouse down at that level.
Yep.
And now he comes over to Colorado. And honestly, from what I've heard, they're still torn between who they want to start.
Oh, definitely.
But it'll be a very interesting matchup. But here's another good one. Clemson, LSU, the Battle of Death Valley.
Oh, a rematch of the 2019 championship.
Yes.
2020. No, 2019.
Yeah, but I have the slight edge to Clemson.
It's at home, to be fair.
really like their roster. They've got Cade Klubnik, who's in his final year.
Yep.
He had a very impressive campaign last year. 36 touchdowns to 6 picks.
Yep.
You've got a very good wide receiver core.
Yes.
This roster is giving me vibes of when they had Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
And when they had that insane squad.
Yes.
Because you've got elite wide receivers, you've got still an elite defense, and you've got a great quarterback.
Oh, definitely. And especially playing one of those games, and it's with LSU being at Clemson's home, it is going to be loud.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. Now, real quick, we got about 9 minutes left on here, so we're going to go ahead and quickly switch over to NFL real quick with some news.
We do have some breaking news.
That we do. You want to start it off?
I will start it off. Trey Hendrickson has finally agreed to a deal with the Bengals.
Yay!
after numerous trade talks, after numerous contract negotiations, they finally finalized a deal for a pay raise, basically. He's coming back on a 1-year, $14 million deal to the Bengals.
Yep. And he's not the only one that got a new deal. Terry McLaurin, who requested a trade from Washington Commanders not too long ago, has agreed to sign, what was it, a 4-year deal?
It's a 3-year deal, $96 million contract.
So he is staying. congratulations, Washington. You got both Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin still, which we'll see how this year goes and if anything happens.
Now, the only question is, what's going to happen to Myles Garrett? Or no, not Myles Garrett. Cowboys defensive end.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Micah Parsons.
That's a good one. We'll have to see what happens later on, which I'm going to plug our podcast link real quick here. So we're not going to record this week, but next week we're going to record a podcast called Monday Night Quarterback. That's going to be on YouTube, its own YouTube channel. So if you want to go watch that and all that, it'll be on there. Obviously, we haven't posted really any videos on there yet. So, but next week should be about the time probably. So keep in mind for that. Anyways.
But yes, we'll keep monitoring that Michael Parsons situation and Jerry Jones. But there were some cuts, obviously. We're getting into the football season, the regular season.
Big one notably was the Sheila Sanders being cut by Tampa Bay Buccaneers just a day after
he throws a punch at a wide receiver in front of a referee.
See, if you go undrafted into a team and then pull that stunt, it is kind of a big, you're going to get cut.
But he was the only one from that team that got cut.
So far.
Yes. Sadly, Desmond Watson, the big man himself from Florida.
I could see him getting cut.
After spending the preseason trying to lower his weight and not being able to practice until he got his weight down. He finally was cut. I hope nothing but the best for him.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see where his journey ends. Or begins, more like. But we have one more deal that dropped. Amari Cooper is returning to the Raiders on a one-year deal.
Love it when players go back to their teams, like Micah Fitzpatrick going back to Miami. Someone else went back, I can't remember. I think that's the only one I can remember right now. But that is going to be I can't talk. Amari Cooper for the Raiders, it's going to be awesome.
But
go ahead.
Before we head over to volleyball, baseball. We have some high school ESPN showcases that have happened.
Yes.
You had Buford Milton to begin the year, and you had Nebraska commit Dayton Raiola. He balled out, nearly 160 passing yards. And then you had Mater Dei, the number one team in the nation, defeating St. Thomas Aquinas. And they started off very hot. Chris Henry Jr., five-star wide receiver, committed to Ohio State, and he's been committed since his sophomore year. Four catches, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he showed out. St. Thomas Aquinas almost made the comeback, but they fell short. And now I will hand it to you for baseball.
All righty, let's go over real quick to baseball. Mike, would you go ahead? All right, so we're gonna make this real quick here, obviously. So we're not really much of baseball guys, but we do try to keep in mind about what's going on. So Detroit and Milwaukee obviously are on top of the standings. Look like to already be clinching the playoff spot soon.
Yeah.
The one who is not, unfortunately, Colorado Rockies.
Womp womp.
Already eliminated, and it hasn't even been to the point where other teams have started to really be pressured for that yet. So. Sorry, Colorado. Looks like I might have to wait for another year or not. Apparently, people are already saying like, they're already eliminated for next year too.
Hey, we'll see where the rebuild takes them. Yeah. But I know that Cal Raleigh set a record this week.
Yes. So Cal Raleigh, I hope I said it right, had hit his 48th and 49th home run and a complete set MLB record for catchers.
Yes.
How incredible this
home run record for the catcher position. And before we can end this show, we have to talk about volleyball.
Oh, yes, please.
Because the AV, well, yes, I'll read that graphic run.
Nice.
But yes, this week, the AVCA First Serve Showcase happened in Lincoln, Nebraska, Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's go.
Multiple teams showing out. To start off the action, you have number 1, top overall team in the nation, Nebraska.
Oh, and I saw the intro for it and all that. It was electric in there. It was fantastic.
We take down number 3 Pitt, 3-1. You had Harper Murray show out, 15 kills. Andy Jackson, 10 kills. You have Laney Joeboy and Bergen Riley, both with a combined 26 digs. And then you have Olivia Babcock for Pittsburgh. She is a tremendous player. 21 kills. But Nebraska wins that match 3-1, and that marks the first win in the DBK era, the Danny Busman Kelly era in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Let's go.
And that also sets 1,500 win for the program. So tremendous achievement for both the DBK and the program.
Achievement.
But then we've got Stanford versus Florida.
Ooh.
Stanford wins that 3-1.
Oh, obviously, Stanford, with Florida having a little bit down, understanding. Now, I want to stick with Florida though. They upset Pittsburgh though.
Yes, that happened Sunday. But before we can get to that, we have a very interesting matchup. 15 Kansas defeating Vanderbilt. You want to know the interesting thing about Vanderbilt?
Good.
They didn't have a volleyball team before this season.
What?
Here's a little fun fact. Vanderbilt had their one and only season of varsity volleyball in the 1979 to 80 season. And that year they went 23-16. Then they cut it.
That's it?
Yes. They have their 45-year hiatus of no volleyball, and then in 2022, the school announces we're bringing back volleyball.
All right, welcome back to the fold, Vanderbilt.
Yes,
nice
welcome
to have you
back. And so they go on to play Kansas, ranked Kansas. They take them to 5 sets. They ultimately lose, but bringing back your volleyball program.
What? For the first time in the 45 years?
Yes, 45.
You know what? I'll take that's not a bad start for Vanderbilt. So, especially for a school like Vanderbilt, that's a good start.
Yeah, and then to finish that day, Penn State sweeps Creighton. But
sorry, Creighton, I don't think you're going to be there for that long. Oh.
Yeah, but to get back onto your point, Florida did upset Pitt 3-2. Florida's Jordan Bird with 23 kills. And again, Olivia Babcock tried to carry with 25 kills, but it wasn't enough. And then Nebraska sweeping Stanford. And here's a little bit of statistical magic. Nebraska's won 7 straight sets against Stanford.
I could see that. It's obviously going to be a repeat championship for Nebraska if they can keep on
this
it.
Year,
I don't want to jinx anything.
From what I've seen from Nebraska through their first 2 games, they look very good.
Oh, yeah.
And this could very well be the year.
Right.
And
we'll see. Hopefully we don't have another time of not winning the championship, but we'll see what happens.
Listen, man, that Texas game did a number on me. That one hurts.
I'm okay with it. I'm from Texas, so I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
Fair enough.
Yep. Ever since that conference championship that you guys stole from us.
Sorry.
I can never forgive you for that.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. Our time is coming down. It's so good to be back, man.
It is. And I'm excited to watch.
Yep. And like I said, keep in mind for the podcast episode next week. Again, I have a separate YouTube channel for that. Go check it out. But anyways, I'm Anthony Gianelli.
I'm Xander Monson.
And we will see you later. Thank you so much. Goodbye.